now time to find out where Tom finds himself today.
He is at AIDS Project of the Ozarks at their building here in Springfield. Tom, what's going on?
What's going on is I'm going to try and help remind folks about what the APO is, what it stands for, and most importantly, where it is. And this is the person with that information, Lynn Meyercourt, Executive Director here at APO. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Tom.
Okay, now we are on Glenstone, South
sir.
Glenstone, which is the new facility. But quickly, there's also something on the square. Explain what that is.
Our location downtown is for HIV and other sexually transmitted infection testing.
Okay, so that's where a lot of testing goes
Yes,
on.
yes.
All right. Now, this is the one I think most people are familiar with right now, the one on Glenstone. Beautiful facility, first of all.
We're very blessed.
Tell us a little about how long has APO been around?
1985 is when we first got started. Long time ago.
Yeah.
And in response to folks that had AIDS, and there were very little resources, there was very little that could be done scientifically, and primarily folks were coming home to die, and we tried to provide support to them and their families.
Okay, have we gotten any better at treatment? I'm not going to say cure because I don't know that there's any kind of real cure, but have we gotten better at treatment?
Tremendously. It's no longer a death sentence. There were some really effective medication combinations introduced in 1996. And since then, the death rate has plummeted. It's still, if it's untreated, it will still kill you.
Yes, but there is
treatment's
treatment.
available. Very effective treatment is available.
Does it still have the kind of expense that used to be involved with the cocktails that they used to talk about?
Yes, it's still very expensive treatment. Which, part of that is that new meds are developed that are more effective.
Right.
But it's probably monthly for medications to treat HIV, $2,500 a month.
Now, when people talk about that sort of thing, when they put those big dollar amounts, they think, well, that's because there aren't really many people that are dealing with it. What's the reality for instance, our county?
In our county, well, and I'll tell you about our region first, because we serve 29 counties in terms of HIV services. And there are about 1,200 folks living with HIV right now. About half of those are going to be in Greene County.
Yeah.
But every county we serve has some cases.
But it's also a domino effect. The person who is literally affected, that affects family, friends.
Oh, you betcha.
I mean, it's a the pool with the different circles.
Yes. At least the estimates are at least 5 other folks are affected. But again, because it's not a death sentence anymore, that makes things much more manageable.
Yes, still as serious as it ever was, however.
Especially untreated. And there are also some advances now in prevention that are really helping bring numbers down.
Where does the APO fit into this whole thing?
For our region, we're the primary provider of HIV prevention and treatment. There's certainly other folks doing that. And that all happens in the same building, which is great. Someone that's HIV positive can see their case manager here. Folks can get tested for HIV and gonorrhea, chlamydia, hepatitis C. We provide medical care on one end of the building. So it's just a variety of services available in one spot.
Is it getting any easier at all? Because I know we've talked before. This is here. It's still not easy for people to walk in the door sometimes.
I think there's still a lot of stigma attached.
Yeah.
And you and I spoke a little earlier. If we could treat HIV and sexually transmitted infections and substance use problems the way we treat diabetes and high blood pressure, it would be a much simpler thing. And it would be a lot better for everybody's mental health.
Well, but one thing also that's better for mental health is the welcoming nature of APO.
I think it's important, there's a lot of shame around both substance abuse and sexually transmitted infections, and that's not productive in getting treatment or getting tested. But we are no longer just a place that deals with HIV and STIs. We also have just primary medical care. So if somebody needs a medical home, we can fill that need.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, over half of the folks that we see in our clinic do not have HIV. And I think that makes it easier to walk in the door.
All right. You mentioned, well, I know when we come back, we're going to talk about another crisis that is going on that APO is part of, and I know there are some numbers that may shock people, as a matter of fact. So don't go away, because in just a bit, we're going to come back and talk with Lynn again here at APO. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Tom.